Welcome and welcome back to the channel. I'm Tequila B with TruLuv Designz. If you haven't already, you really should consider subscribing to the channel. You are missing out if you haven't already. Come on, it's free. I wanted to share with you an upcycle that I recently completed. This is a challenge that I found over on Instagram called #SoUpcycle23, and it was exactly the push I needed. The rules for the challenge, #SoUpcycle23, was to make an upcycled garment or bag. You must use something other than new fabric. Include a before photo of what you've used. Reveal your garment on October 31st. Use the hashtag #SoUpcycle23 and tag Becky at notes_from_the_sewing_room and Karen at sew.little.time. And I'll put all their information in the description box below so that you can follow them on Instagram. I wanted to do this upcycle for a long time now, but just never really got motivated to actually do it. But when I saw this, I was like, that's a reason to do it. So I did it. If you haven't seen my video on the High Hopes Dolman top by Ellie and Mac, you should check it out because that is where this upcycle idea came from. So this top is supposed to be kind of not really just oversized, but it is a Dolman top, kind of like a batwing top. And I made the size in this pattern according to my measurements. However, this garment turned out to be like 3 sizes too big. I mean, it was very oversized, way too big for my comfort. It just swallowed me up. So I knew I was never going to wear it. I wore it a couple times around the house, but never really out anywhere because it was just too big. So when I saw this challenge, I knew exactly what I was going to do. What I wanted to do with this top is turn it into a pencil skirt with a very vintage vibe. I knew I had to tap into my Peggy Bundy. So my husband's birthday was a couple of weekends ago. I took him to breakfast. The night before, I was like, you know what? Making a pencil skirt is like super easy, super fast. Let me go ahead and knock this out because I really want to wear this to breakfast. I took this top, I cut it out according to my measurements, just 2 panels, a front and back. I divided my measurements in half to get my waist measurement, and then I measured down the length. And I knew that this fabric was one that kind of continued to stretch as you wore it. So I did take out like 6 inches from my waist to make this skirt fit the way that I envisioned it. And it came out great. Like the fabric almost has no stretch now, okay? But I knew I wanted to either wear this with a cinching belt or just like an elastic waistband. And I remembered that I had this 3-inch elastic that I ordered from Amazon a little while ago. And that's what I use for my waistband. I cut the waistband the same size as the waist, which my waist is a 30. So for the skirt, I cut my waist at a measurement of 24 inches. I cut the elastic at 24.5 inches. That way it still gives me room to overlap and close the elastic before attaching it to the skirt. I did not hem the skirt because it was a little shorter than I wanted it to. And if I had put that hem in there, it would have just been even shorter. And this fabric does not fray, so it was okay. This skirt was everything. It really put me in that vintage vibe. Breakfast was great. We went to breakfast downtown at the Biscuit Bar, which is a place that we wanted to try for a long time. And right outside, there is this huge, I don't know if you want to call it a statue or what you want to call it, but anyway, there's this robot, okay? And we decided to take pictures in it and just do some filming and just have fun. And that's what we did. And man, this skirt was a hit. I loved it. I loved it. I loved it.